You come in here fairly often. How many times a year do you reckon you come?
Well,
roughly.
This year we've been a lot more.
Yeah.
Once a week perhaps.
Really, as much as that?
Or once a fortnight, depending on what else we've got on. Before, perhaps April time this year, we'd not been for a couple of years.
Right.
Because when we first came, it wasn't in a great condition, I suppose, and we felt there were better play areas. But now it's looking great and it's well maintained.
Oh, thank you.
And
I say thank you because we do a lot of it. What the council does, as you see, they cut the grass. They do a brilliant job of cutting. That's done about every 6 weeks.
Right.
And they come regularly to check with litter, but we do a lot of the work picking the litter up. And generally, people treat it very well. As you'll see by all this pottery, that doesn't get broken. It's quite amazing, really.
Well, I think sometimes the more care you take of a place, the more likely people are to take care of it themselves.
Yeah, that's right.
If you go to a place and it's a mess and it's wrecked and
you don't bother.
People won't necessarily feel inclined to take care of it. But when you come to a place that is well looked after, then I think the majority of people will.
So obviously you think this place is well looked after.
Yeah, I think it's great.
So in terms of well looked after, what impresses you?
Well, obviously the grass is cut, and you say that's a council thing, but cut grass is great. The shrubs and the trees are all well pruned. The flower beds are looking great and are weed free.
And do you understand who puts the flowers in?
Well, it's you and your guys, isn't
so it isn't done by the council.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
But I think that they really enhance it. So.
Yeah. And did you realise that a lot of the plants are actually given to us by David at Market Stall? He gives us 400 plants a year.
No, I didn't.
Quite regularly. I mean, we just have to stuff them in.
Right, so who's that? David?
David has the Market Stall selling plants.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. He's very helpful indeed.
Yeah. So that's great, and then the pottery looks great as well, and the little vases on the tables and the picnic benches and so on. So I think it's a great place, and the play equipment's fairly decent as well.
Yeah.
Or certainly it is for my children.
Yeah, there's a good variety, and of course we may get some more equipment through some money that's due to us. It's Persimmons are going to have to, instead of having a park on their development they're doing, as you did in yours, they're having to pay into this place.
Oh, right, I see.
But the problem is it could be 5 years before we get the money.
Right, why is that?
Because they can wriggle. Apparently the government has allowed them to interpret the regulations in a rather freer way. The original regulation of the planning permission was that they had to give the money to the park the minute they started to build housing. Mm-hmm. Now apparently they can do it within 5 years.
Oh, right,
and furthermore, they can argue that they are not making enough profit out of the development that they can afford to give us the 8,000.
I'm sure they'll be making more than enough profit.
You'd have thought so.
Mm.
But what we thought we were going to get the money, in the next months or so, because they're just ready to start building.
That's right.
It looks as if they may not give it for a while, and the council won't spend the money until they get the money from Persimmons.
Right, I see.
So we've got that situation. But I like the pottery. This was all made in the park by children and adults who came on one of our days. Mm-hmm. And I've got a kiln I can fire it, so I'll take it away and fire it and bring it back. Now, some people are saying that the pottery is dangerous for the children. What do you think to that?
No, I can't see how it would be.
I'm trying to...
Unless it's got sharp edges and the...
Well, there are sharp...
I would say to my children, don't touch it anyway, because...
So that you can conceive of that being sharp?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't consider it, minus 7, 5 and 3, and I wouldn't consider it a problem. And as I say, in any case, I would say to look at and not be touched in any circumstance. So
Yeah.
I just don't see that. And I'm safety conscious, but I just don't see that as an issue.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Right.
It really enhances the place.
Thank you. Right. Well, let's appreciate that.
You're welcome.